Today, you're also going to learn another letter that spells the I sound, and that is Y. Y will spell the I sound at the end of short words. And it will spell the long I sound at the end. It'll actually, well, let me start here. It will spell the long I sound at the end of short words always. And at the end of, don't you love those always? We need those in English, right? Because they're so rare. But I will say, excuse me, the Y letter will spell the I sound, the long I sound at the end of short words always. It'll always say I when it's the last letter of short words. Short words meaning it's the last, it's the only vowel. That I sound is the only vowel in the word. It'll also say, Y will also make the long I sound at the end of some multi-syllable words, but that is much more rare than common. Today we're going to focus on that Y sound, spelling the long I, the Y letter spelling the long I sound at the end of short words. Here's a whole bunch of real world examples of that. Try, Y, cry, fry, fly, shy, my. That's what I mean by short words where that Y is the only vowel and is the last letter. Y is a vowel if it's not the first letter. Y is a vowel if it's not the first letter. All right. Should we get practicing? So let me share my screen. Where'd it go? Oh, I think I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I think I might have stopped sharing my screen. So let me fix that. Okay, there we go. So I have added, you're going to see here in just a second that I have added some words to this lesson because I know that you guys like a challenge. And like I said, this lesson isn't the most challenging lesson that you're going to have all year. So I added some slightly more difficult words so that you can have that little bit of a challenge. But let's begin with, let me scoot this over. There we go. Okay. Let's begin with number 1. So we know that this Y is going to make the long I sound because it's at the end of a one-syllable word. So our sounds are t, I, tie. Now you might know the real word tie, like you're going to tie your shoe or put on a tie. That I also follows the tap 2 rule. That I is making its long I sound because there's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots. 2 different ways to spell it. All right, to spell that sound at the end. Try yours over here. What would this word say? Exactly. So we know that this Y is going to say I because it's at the end of a one-syllable word. Our sounds are n, I, nigh, nigh. The real world nigh is spelled with that IGH that we learned about on Wednesday. Once in a while, you will see that IGH spelling for the I sound at the end of short words like thigh or shy. No, sigh. Sorry, not shy. Sigh. Or nigh. Usually it's going to be spelled with just a plain old Y. So what would I know that you guys are going to be flying through these words, so I want you to skip down to this one. Number 3. What would that word say? Let's do it together. So this is a digraph blend. This TH is going to be making one sound, then it has a consonant after it. So that digraph blend needs to be, every sound in there needs to be pronounced. And then this I right here, this Y I mean, is making the long I sound because that's what Y makes at the end of short words. So our sounds are th, I. Thry. Make sure you get that R in there. thry, thry. Okay. Try this one on your own over here. There's another digraph blend right here. Make sure you grab that R sound. Yeah. So if we're grabbing that R sound, it's going to be different than the word shy, right? We're going to put that R right in the middle. We know that this Y is going to be spelling the long I sound. So our sounds are sh, I. Shry. It's hard to wrap your tongue around, but you can force it. Force that R sound after the SH. Shry. Shry. Let's do one more of these more simple. They're not easy, but they're slightly more simple than all these others that I gave for you guys in it. Try this one right here. Your number 4. There's a 3-letter consonant blend here at the beginning. Make sure that your mouth forms around that L sound when you read it. You will read it correctly if your mouth is formed correctly for each letter that you see or each grapheme. So for that L, make sure that your tongue goes between your teeth right there after the P. All right, so our Y we see is at the end of a short word, so it's going to say I. So our 3-letter consonant blend there, we have S, P, L, and then I. Grabbing that L sound, we have sply, sply. Now, would you like to try these over here? How are you feeling on those so far? Give me one word to describe in the comments. How are you feeling about what we've done so far? Am I okay to go to the more challenging ones? Okay, good. Great, confident, yes, great, yeah, good, beautiful. All right, perfect. All right, let's go to number 5. Let's do this one together. So I know that this first I here is going to make the long I sound because of the tap 2 rule. There's another vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, so it's going to say I. This I is going to make a different sound. It's short sound because of the tap 2 rule. There's not a vowel in the next 1 or 2 spots, so it's not going to say its name. It's going to say its regular short sound, I. Same with this I. There is not a vowel there or there, so it will say I. So our sounds are P, I, T, I, S, P, I, T. Try blending that one on your own. Don't let an R sneak in right here after the P. Control your mouth shape from the P to the I. The R is right here, but it might be tempting to come out after that second P. Okay, so let me clear this up a little bit. So if I do successive blending, we have P, per, pry, prite, prite, pritis, pritisp, pritispe. Make sure that your mouth is in that long, wide grin shape that I talked to you about at the beginning of class. Pritispit, pritispit, pritispit. Give me a Y or an A for yes, you got that, or nice, Joe, or A, almost. Y for yes, you got that, or A, almost. That's a lot of Y's. That makes me so happy and excited for you. Wow, well done. Holy smokes, that's a lot of Y's. If you have an A, don't worry, you are not alone. There's several A's also, but almost is still pretty darn good in my book. Let's try, oh, I erased it. Let's not try that one. Let me just fix that. Actually, I want to fix that too. I want to keep that word there for next time. Try number 6. Try number 6 without me. Now make sure that you get that P P and the S in the right spot. Make sure that you get that P and the S in the right order. Kind of tricky, huh, with that PS right there. You can divide it right here if you want. And that would be where the syllables are divided. So if we read this word according to the syllable division rules that I have for you in the modules that we're going to actually study this summer, then we know that this first I is going to say I. These two I's are going to say I because of the tap 2 rule, right? So that first syllable is I. The second syllable is L, I, P, lip. Putting those first two syllables together, we have eye lip. Putting eye lip on the shelf, starting with that third syllable, we have S, I, M, sim. Blending all three syllables, we have eye lip sim. Making sure that that P is before the S. Eye lip sim. Eye lip sim. How'd you do? Y or A? Yes or almost for that one? For eye lip sim. Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Nice. All right. I think we have time for one more. Let's do number 8. Right here. Try number 8 without me. I'm not even going to mark it. I want you to mark it on your own. I have a feeling you got it. So these two I's are both going to make their short sound, aren't they? This one's going to say I because of those two L's. This one's going to say I because of those two consonants after it. So our sounds are S, M, I, L, I, S, T. Smillest. Smillest. Make sure that your mouth is long and wide. I. Smillest. Smillest. Y or A? Yes or almost? Question. Can E say I like in Elias? Elias. In that word, that E is making the E sound. But maybe you have a different word example that you can give me for that question, because I want to answer it. All right, beautiful. So a lot of people had a little trouble with this one. Were you thinking that it was smilest because your brain wanted to recognize the word smile in there somewhere? It would say smilest if there was only one L. Then that I could not say I, and it would have to say I. If there was only one L, it would say smilest. But when you have two, then that I has to say I, and it would say smillest. Smillest. Now I promised you an easier lesson, but how was it? Was it actually a little simple, more simple than most of our lessons, or was it just as challenging? What do you think? Oh, I almost confused it with smallest. Gotcha. Not super easy. Just right. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, so today you learned that when you see a Y at the end of a small word, a one-syllable word, that Y is always going to say I. My, try, cry, fly, shy. When you see Y at the end of a small word, it's going to be pronounced as I. That's one of those blessed always rules. It'll also say I sometimes at the end of multi-syllable words, but always at the end of short words. All right, my friends, that was fun. It's always fun teaching you. Yeah, I love it too, Daryl. Yeah. All right, my friends, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. You're amazing for being here. I hope that you have felt that was time well spent. That knowledge is now yours to keep, to apply to words in the real world forever. Congratulations on your new knowledge. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.